Alright, let's talk about some of the disorders of the circulatory system. Now the first one that we're going to deal with is called hypertension, and this is very common. You have probably heard of this a lot of times. So this basically means that the blood pressure is higher than the normal. And normally the blood pressure has to be around 120 to 80, 120 by 80. That is 120 mm of Hg is the systolic pressure and 80 mm of Hg is the diastolic pressure. Now you can remember this basically by the pressure by which the blood is pumped to the body, to the systemic circulation, that is 120 mm of Hg, and the pressure with which the blood comes back to the heart, that is 80 mm of Hg. So that is what systolic pressure and diastolic pressure refers to. Now, high blood pressure would lead to the heart diseases and also affect other vital organs like the kidneys, the brain, etc. So that was hypertension. Next, the second disorder is called arthrosclerosis. Arthrosclerosis, this is a disease which deals with the coronary artery. Now, if you remember, by the term coronary, we mean that it is something related to the heart. And the coronary circulation, it means that the heart chambers are pumping blood into the heart muscle cells. So when there is the artery of the coronary system which is blocked, we call it arthrosclerosis, and this can be caused by deposition of calcium, fats, cholesterol, and fibrous tissues. So deposition causes the if this is the lumen, and if you deposit a lot of fats and calciums and cholesterol, that is going to block, that is going to decrease the passage of the blood flow. That causes a problem. So that condition is called arthrosclerosis. And like I said, the lumen of the artery becomes narrower. Lumen is the hollow gap through which the blood is traveling. Next, the third one is the angina pectoris. Angina pectoris is referred to as the acute chest pain. It occurs when oxygen supply is prevented to the heart muscles. So oxygenated blood does not flow properly into the heart muscles, and hence the heart muscles cannot respire, they cannot function properly, and hence there would be a chest pain. Now, it is more common in middle-aged and the elderly, and it is not so much found in the younger people. And finally, we have the heart failure, when the heart completely fails to pump blood. So the heart stops pumping blood completely. Sometimes it is also called the congestive heart failure, because congestion of the lungs is a major symptom. Now, when the heart stops and the lungs, there is a congestion, we can relate that to the heart failure, because the lungs are not properly able to transport oxygen to the blood, and it is not going to the heart, and hence the heart failure. It is not the same as cardiac arrest or heart attack. In heart attack, it is something related to angina pectoris, because the heart muscles are not getting the getting the supply of oxygen. But heart failure is something different, because the heart stops pumping the blood. Whereas in angina pectoris, the heart is pumping the blood, but the oxygen is not properly supplied to the heart muscles. So that was it about the different kinds of disorders of the circulatory system.